At 6 o'clock, we are tracking right now a weather impact alert with a heat advisory all across central Indiana.
Yeah, look at these feels like temperatures we're experiencing right now. Unfortunately, we're not out of the woods just yet.
Oh, no. Sean Ash is tracking this extreme heat that is going to stick around at least through tomorrow. Sean?
Yeah, today and tomorrow we'll have the highest heat indices, though Thursday and Friday are still not going to be comfortable either. But let's talk about what's happening right now. If you do have plans to go out this evening, if it's anything athletically, you definitely want to be drinking a lot of water, taking some breaks here. Mid-90s, hottest day of the year, hottest day since last August. 94 in Morris, 93 in Bunker Hill, 93 in Tipton here. So we've got sunshine, north, south, east, west. The temps are in the 90s, much more humid than yesterday, and that's why we're seeing the heat indices as expected. Peaking in that 100 to 105 range. There's a little subtle boundary far northern Indiana that we'll be watching closely over the next few hours. We've been saying that it may trigger a shower or thunderstorm. I think most of the action stays outside of our viewing area, but we will have to watch this complex here. It's potential. Can't completely rule it out. There's a lot of energy in the atmosphere. That's the first chance of storms. There's another one tomorrow. We'll talk about that. And of course, a hot day on tap on Wednesday ahead in the forecast.
Sean, we'll see you in a little bit. It's nice to be inside on a hot day like today.
Indeed.
Well, this excessive heat that we're experiencing can be dangerous.
Karen Campbell's been out in the heat today, and she's been having conversations with workers and also health leaders about how they're staying cool and how they're staying safe. Karen?
Hey there, Ann and Scott. I mean, you know, today again, as Sean mentioned, it's just another day of this excessive heat, another day, of course, to stay weather aware. And that goes for those who have to work outdoors, like construction crews. Their day is done now, but just imagine working out here in these conditions, in this heat. Thankfully, you know, we saw them taking some breaks today, and of course, those much needed water breaks. But, you know, they're not alone. There are other people who also have to work outdoors in these conditions, and you really have to feel for those who do have to work outdoors. We also spoke to health leaders today who say it is important to recognize the signs of heat-related illnesses as they can increase significantly during extreme weather like we're having right now.
We're going to watch for heavy sweating, fast pulse, muscle cramps. Should you have those symptoms, you need to get out of the heat, drink some water, and go to a cool place. Now, if someone doesn't recover and they get worse and become unconscious, that's actually a medical emergency and you'd want to call 911.
And this afternoon, we also caught up with IMPD officers with the Homeless Outreach Unit as they were delivering cold water, checking for signs of heat-related illnesses, and making sure that those they came in contact with were okay. And health leaders wanted to remind all of us that you'll want to check on your neighbors this week during these, you know, extreme temperatures, and also those who are most vulnerable. Now, we do know Indy Parks, they're opening cooling centers today and tomorrow. Most of those cooling centers will stay open until 9 o'clock tonight. Guys.
Karen reporting live for us tonight. Thank you so much. You grabbed some shade too. This heat wave is putting a lot of pressure on the power grid all across the Midwest right now.
Yeah, industry experts are telling us that heat and other weather-related issues are to blame for 80% of our nation's major power outages over the last 20 years.
Right now, Indiana straddles the Midwest and the Mid-Atlantic regional grids, and both of them right now are closely being watched.
Both of them have these warnings out today and tomorrow about basically all hands on deck for power supplies and for demand response. So, you know, these are going to be a couple of the hardest days of the year.
So if you experience a power outage over the next 36 hours, make sure you've got a plan in place.
Well, first of all, make sure you report that outage right away. You can do so by calling your utility provider. Also call 211. That way you can find a cooling center that's close to you. Some utility providers like AES Indiana also offer these outage alerts that they can send right to your phone as they get to work to get the power on. So we have a list of all the different options for families that might find themselves in a position position without power. That's posted right now at WTHR.com. Make sure you keep your phone charged.
Tonight at 6, a council committee proposal is sparking backlash.
That proposal would give the mayor and other elected officials a big pay raise and was supposed to be discussed tonight. That's until the mayor came out earlier today with a statement saying that if he was given a raise, he wouldn't accept it.
And now there are questions tonight surrounding the timing of all this. Our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick joins us live with how all of this started and what comes next. Lauren?
Well, Ann and Scott, as of this morning, that proposal was still on the agenda, and it was supposed to be discussed during a meeting happening right now inside the City County building. However, we have found out that that proposal has since been pulled from the agenda, but we are told it's not in response to the mayor's statement.
It would give Mayor Joe Hogsett the first pay raise since taking office, bumping up his salary from $95,000 to $125,000. That's a 31% raise. According to the proposal, the mayor's salary hasn't increased since 2002. But Mayor Joe Hogsett said he's not interested in a pay bump, saying in a statement, "When I first ran for the office of the mayor in 2015, I was well aware of the salary of the position. My consistent position remains that I will never accept a pay raise as mayor." Going on to say he would veto any proposal that gives the mayor a raise. About an hour later, a council spokesperson confirmed the proposal was pulled from the agenda to, quote, allow more time and consideration and refinement. This also comes as councilors look to launch an investigative committee into how the mayor's office handled harassment allegations against a former chief of staff. However, we are told this proposal has been in the works for many years. Republican councilors like Josh Bain say the timing is odd.
I couldn't pick a worse time over the past 4 years for someone to look at actually giving the executive a pay increase.
Saying especially if the mayor doesn't want it.
It does beg the question, where did this even start? Like, what's the motive behind this?
The proposal would also raise salaries for 7 other elected officials whose last pay increase was in 2010.
How you doing, sir?
And about an hour ago, I spoke with the council president, Bob Osoli, about all this. He said they may be amending the proposal now so the mayor's raise wouldn't happen until the next term in 2028 instead of next year. As for those other positions like the coroner and treasurer, they would still see raises in 2025. So Ann and Scott, it may not be on the agenda tonight, but it sure isn't off the table.
All right, Lauren, we'll keep an eye on it. Certainly, if you hear that people have not received a raise since 2010, you don't want them to get caught up in politics and then maybe not get some benefit there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you so much, Lauren. Well, also tonight, we're digging into the latest tragedy to claim a young life here in Indianapolis. A 3-year-old boy killed after celebrating his birthday on the city's northeast side.
Police tonight are telling us that Armani Booker and 22-year-old Jay-Sean Johnson were killed last night near 75th and Shadeland. Our Chase Howell went back to that area today where people say an argument led to shots being fired.
It was here at Shadeland Station where police say that 3-year-old and that 22-year-old man were shot to death. Here on the side of this car, you can see it's all dented after the car the man was driving crashed into it.
It looks like this car drove into this other car after getting shot up.
Additional caller just heard 6 to 7 shots, and now we just got word that there is a child shot.
A gut-wrenching scene in a shopping plaza parking lot. A toddler, one of 2 people killed during a shooting. That little boy's name, Armani Booker. Those who loved him describe him as being larger than life and loved beyond measure.
He's interesting. He's so full of life. He's just, what can I say? He's just, he's well-behaved, well-mannered. He's just so, he's a character. He just has so much personality. Like, that's what drew me into him.
The family of Armani is asking for prayers and privacy at this time. On Thursday, the North Shadeland Alliance will be holding a prayer vigil for the 2 at Castleton United Methodist Church. That information is also on our website. Reporting in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.